Hey, 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 people. How is everyone doing? GM. I have to say, it's actually afternoon for me, and I'm a little bit tired today, and I'll tell you for why. I was up quite late last night listening to some very interesting conversations on X Spaces. I did fall asleep actually halfway through, so I need to go back and listen in to the recording. But wow, I mean, that was some crazy, crazy stuff going on with Spaces. I mean, apparently, they had tested, the Elon team had tested for 8 million people to be able to access Spaces. But I don't know about you guys, but I was just clicking on that button, trying to join that space. And it was not happening. So I did eventually get in. And I mean, it would be really interesting. I'm interested to hear JSP's take on the markets because, of course, he always does such an amazing, amazing job. Thank you, Jake, for hosting us today. Interested to get the conversation going. I do love this title, Early Morning Gem Hunting, because that is exactly what we are doing every single morning, 8 a.m. EST. So grab your coffee, guys. Grab your, well, whatever you're drinking. Probably coffee or tea at this time of the morning, I'm guessing, unless you've got a bit of a drink problem. But, hey, I'm not going to judge you. I see that we have a few people in here. I'm not sure, is JSP here? Are you here, my friend?
Hello. Good morning. What is up, you guys? Good morning, good
MGM.
evening, good afternoon, I should say, wherever in the world you are. Of course, Crypto Queen, thank you for opening up the space. We are back on this Tuesday morning for another early morning gem hunting session. I hope everyone's having a fantastic start to the week. I'm really looking forward to today's space where who knows, we might just be uncovering the next 100x gem. As always, guys, we're going to talk a little bit on the markets today and some of the latest news. And as I always say in every space, guys, if you do want to join in on the conversation and get on stage, also have the ability to shield your project nice and early, then please send your requests in. Of course, it's always great to hear from old friends, but also new ones too. So, I mean, Crypto Queen, I was also trying to keep my eyes open for the much anticipated discussion between Donald Trump and Elon Musk yesterday. Of course, the spaces were glitching out. We had massive issues. That was sort of anticipated, wasn't it? Really, with over 1 million people listening. But I also did see that he said that they stress tested it for 8 million. Not sure how true that is because there were big
I
issues with it.
know, it was crazy. It was
I mean,
crazy, wasn't it?
were you flapping about like me? I mean, I was on the timeline. Some people were in, some people were not. I was pulling out every single device that I had, desktop, iPad, multiple phones, like it was all over the place and I was flapping like a
It
headless
was
chicken, but
everyone was running around, going, I need to get in, let me
I
in,
was
let
getting
me in.
FOMO. I was getting high levels of
Big time.
FOMO.
Big time, big time. Do you know what's
Yeah,
funny as
it's like when
well?
you see a,
Because, I feel I've
it's like when you see a meme coin. It's like when you see a meme coin just launched and it's pumping, and you think the narrative is really strong, and you're flapping about trying to get some spare funds together to
trying
ape
to
as
find this.
quickly as possible. I was literally, yeah, it was
Oh, it would
fun
have
though.
been,
It was fun.
yeah. It's just great to have the
Yeah,
hype and the excitement and, whatever your political views are. I mean, Soka Data actually hosted a really amazing space yesterday. It was a really interesting conversation. In fact, it was Jake's space, and Soka was talking and sort of guiding everyone along. And we had some really interesting people come up and talk about the anticipation. And, a lot of political views were aired. So I just feel like there's a lot, isn't there, going on? I mean, obviously, we've got our own issues over here in the UK, but there's just so much going on in the world. And I think it's just like, you God, I mean, at this point, I'm just getting used to like having 3 hours sleep a day because I mean, I'll have to have a nap after this space. I mean, literally, the excitement is just too much at the moment.
yeah, it was difficult to stay awake because obviously they started it a little bit late as well, didn't they? I think they started it at 8:30 p.m. EST, and it ran for around 2 hours. So, you know, it was 2, 3 in the morning this side of the pond, and anyone in Europe, it would have been a little bit later as well. So,
yeah, well, I'm actually glad
but
that
super,
happened.
super.
I'm glad that happened because I fell asleep on my sofa, and then I set my alarm to wake up at the original time, and I woke up, but then I went straight back to sleep again. So I then woke up an hour later. I'm like, oh no, did I miss it? Did I miss it? And then of course it was still like looked at Donald Trump's PFP, and it was like the blue glow around it, and I'm thinking, okay, this is good. But yeah, what a funny night.
Yeah, I mean, again, it just was to be anticipated, wasn't it? The lag of the spaces. I'm pretty sure it's happened in other spaces that had less traction. So, you know, this was always going to be one of the biggest spaces of all time, and I think it turned out to be the biggest space of all time. So, yeah, you know, I'm glad they managed to get it sorted in the end. Everybody got to hear everything live, and it was a very, very interesting conversation. Unfortunately, they didn't bring up crypto or Bitcoin. You know, I think there was a lot of anticipation from the whole of CT that that would be part of the conversation. Unfortunately, that did not happen. But who knows, guys, with the amount of exposure that they got from that space, I'd imagine that that won't be the only conversation that they have moving forward. So, you know, the opportunities for further discussions and different topics are definitely going to be there, in my opinion. So we'll have to see how that all unfolds. But guys, we do have some friends up on stage. I'd love to say good morning to them, some old friends and some new friends as well that we're looking forward to meeting. Let's go over to Shahab first. GM Shahab, did you manage to catch the space yesterday between Elon Musk and Donald Trump?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. No, it was late here. It was, I think, 4 morning a.m. So I couldn't. But I wanted to listen to a space today. I didn't have the time to listen to the gems in speaking between Elon and hopefully the new president of United States, Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, Shahab. 4 a.m., you know, to be awake at that time, to be listening in for 2 hours from there until 6 a.m., that's a bit wild. But again, you know, it was recorded, so absolutely, definitely listen into that space. It was very, very interesting. You know, a lot was said, and there's definitely a lot to look into. So yeah, man, definitely check out the replay. Um, it's just a shame they didn't bring up crypto. I was really sort of on the edge of my seat when I was listening, hoping that, you know, we'd get a pump in the markets. They had 1.3 million people listening into that space live, I think, at the peak, maybe more than that. So who knows? Again, maybe it will be coming around in their next discussion. Hopefully, they actually do it a little bit earlier to cater to this side of the world as well, because I think 8:30 in the US is quite late as well. You know, people finish work at 5, 6 o'clock. Start it at 6:30. Be a bit more EU friendly. Do you know what I mean? We do have other friends. Ninja LFG Shinobi. What is up, brother? How are you doing?
What's going on, everybody? Good morning. I just wanted to kind of jump up here and say hi to everybody and let you guys know that there's big things coming on the Shinobi Ninja side. But I always love jumping in these spaces and listening to them. You guys do a great job, kind of just covering all bases, crypto included, obviously, and what's going on in the rest of the world. But the ninjas are here, and we got some big things in the works here. Our version 4 bot's going to be out soon, guys. So get ready.
Hell yeah, man. Can't wait to hear what the ninjas have going on in the second part of the space. Let's keep the mic moving with the GMs and say hello to Crypto Wolf Sales. Crypto Wolf, welcome up on stage. Good morning to you.
Hey, happy to see you again, JSP, Jake, and UK Crypto Queen. Been raiding on you guys all the time, but I did not see the event yesterday. But I did see an event on Dex Tools. I saw a lot of coins like being created only for this event. So I'm very sad to hear that all the people that bought into a Politify coin just for this one, man, it will happen for you guys soon anyhow. With Trump being on the top of the throne. So yeah, keeping patient, man, for everybody that's hustling on this grind. So I did find a new gem, but I think I need to wait for the end of the show, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to do meme coin shields in the second half of the show, but you're completely right. A number of launches happened during that space. And if you guys remember and you were listening in yesterday, I did mention that that was going to happen, right? That people would take the opportunity to be launching tokens left, right, and center when the space was on, and to be very, very careful of rug pulls, nefarious actors. Because it was very obvious that people were going to start FOMOing into different narratives based on that discussion. So I'm glad you brought that up. I hope nobody got wrecked. A number of projects didn't go anywhere. If you did find the winner, there was probably 1 out of 1,000. I haven't even looked, but congrats to you.
Just to,
We did anticipate.
sorry, man.
That's okay. Sure, you have the mic, bro.
No, I just wanted to say, man, you know how it feels. You are grinding with your team, and I guess there are a lot of communities. They make content around this event. You are aware of all the events that are coming, right? So you like to I don't know how much money is spent only on to promote this event. If you are doing it right, I guess everybody making content here. So it's very frustrating if events doesn't work out that well.
Yeah, and I was mentioning yesterday about these meme coins launching, that there would be a lot of rotation and a lot of FOMO, and not to get wrecked. And again, I'm just hoping that nobody did. Stick to your conviction plays, guys. The ones where the teams, the communities, and the narratives are super strong. Do not get distracted by new shiny toys. And that was the message I was trying to put across yesterday. But we do have more people up here. I do want to say hello to them. The stage is filling up nicely. And if you are there in the listeners and you do want to join us on stage, join the conversation, and have the opportunity to shill your project nice and early in the space, then please do send your requests in. We've got Based Wokey up here as well. What up, Based Wokey? How's it going?
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Hey, we hear you loud and clear, man.
Awesome. First Spaces here. So appreciate it and appreciate the chance to speak. I don't know exactly how this is supposed to go, but I would love to talk about two things whenever I get the chance to do so. One of those is obviously Wokey, which is a project we just launched. And the other is going to be Trendies, which is a new launch pad. We're using it on Base, but I think they're on a couple of different chains. And would love to talk about both of those, but appreciate you guys having me on here.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you being here, brother. We are just going to discuss a little bit about the markets today, some
Sounds
of
good.
the latest news, and then in the second half of the space, we are going to get into Shields. So it's nice that you're up here on stage very, very early. I can't wait to hear what Wokey and I think you said Trendy, if I'm not mistaken, have going on. So we absolutely will be passing the mic to you at some point. So it's just a good morning for now. Appreciate you being here, and we're going to keep the mic moving. We got Florky on base up here as well. Good morning, Florky.
Good morning. Great to be back. Yeah. Well, hey, didn't see the pump that we might have wanted to, which is, of course, a bit of a bummer. But I think that overall, that was an exciting space last night, and I think there's a ton of value in there, and there will be more. So yeah, I think everybody in here should know we're all in the right direction. Like you said, JSP, just keep those convictions and keep doing your research on finding the right projects to stick with and don't jump around. And we'll see the market go crazy in no time.
Yeah, absolutely. The anticipation for yesterday's space was real. Two of the most influential people in the world, two of the most successful people in the world having a conversation live on X. What was not to love about that? Appreciate you being here, Florky. Cannot wait to hear what you guys have going on a little bit later in the space. We've also got Liberty Cerulean. Oh my God, I hope I didn't absolutely butcher that.
No, you got it.
What up, Liberty? Welcome.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Yeah, I thought the space was pretty innovative. This is the first time in history that we've had something like this where everybody across the world can just listen in on a conversation, like a candid conversation between a candidate and an interviewer. So I thought it was awesome. I really do hope that Kamala accepts Elon's invitation, because, it would put to rest all of these, oh, he didn't invite Kamala, or he's only doing this for Trump and helping his campaign. So I hope they put that all to rest. And, I'm looking forward to the future of everything. And, the Politify space is just something, amazing right now. And I just think there's a lot of opportunity here. So it was good to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. The Politify space, one of the most bullish metas and spaces that I'm endorsing at the moment. I think that everybody should have some money in some Politify bags that they're truly convicted in. We've got the election coming up. We literally had the biggest space of all time yesterday. I also hope that Kamala accepts that invitation. That would be a very interesting conversation as well. I did hear. I mean, if you've heard the space, you would have heard Donald Trump absolutely ripping Kamala and Joe Biden to shreds. Saying that they wouldn't be able to even be a part of a space like this and have a conversation with Elon. So it'd be interesting to see if that actually happens. I think he's right about Biden. I think Kamala could probably handle herself, but Biden would probably be forgetting what the question even was in the first place. So yeah, super interesting. We'll have to see what happens with that. But long may these huge Elon Musk highly influential people in terms of spaces continue. I think it was a great show. I think that Twitter eventually managed to handle it really, really well. And I think it got the traction that it deserves. 1.3 million plus people listening live is not a joke. I think they got 22 million plus in terms of replays. And, I think half the world hasn't even had a chance to listen to that conversation yet. As we heard from Shahab, he's yet to listen to it himself. So that's an example right there. Very, very interesting. Great to have you up here, Liberty. We're going to keep the mic moving. We have Vibes up here. Good morning, Vibes. Bring in the vibes. What is up, girl?
Good morning, good morning. How is everyone? Happy Tuesday. What a time to be alive. Look at us. We were all up, particularly from the UK at silly hours, listening to that wonderful conversation. And here's the thing. How do you think things like Twitter are going to play a part in this election? Because it's a very, very powerful medium. And I do think this will be one of the pivotal points in the election about who makes the most of social media.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know what a powerful, powerful tool social media could be. Not just X, but all forms, all platforms, right? Which is why I always refer back to meme coins. It's super important, guys, if you're a meme coin, that you establish presence across all forms of social media, if at all possible. We all know in the height of the bull run that people are onboarded into this space. People get education from all forms of social media. That includes TikTok, Instagram, and the rest. So, a presence on multiple social media platforms for me as an investor is incredibly bullish. Vibes, it's great to have you up here, always bringing that energy, always bringing that love, and always bringing those vibes. Talking about big vibes, we also have Papi Chulo up here. Papi, what is up? Good morning.
What's up, guys? Good morning, GM to everyone. Man, nice to be here in the space again. And yeah, it was crazy yesterday, the space. I was first 20 minutes trying to join, and it was impossible. And like we had a lot of people saying, "Wait, we cannot join. It's stuck." And then later they fixed the issue. They had an attack. Of course, it was a huge space, and they had probably already been getting targeted. So and the same was happening with the Telegram. There was like 20 minutes on Telegram before that. You couldn't send any messages. You could do a voice chat, but you couldn't send any messages. So there was something up. But yeah, it was an amazing space, and yeah, Twitter is getting bullish. X is every time more users will come to here, and these spaces will grow and grow. So it's amazing, man.
Yeah, Papi, I can just picture you with your sombrero on, pacing around the room, trying to get into that space, seeing on the timeline that other people are in, absolutely flapping about like your boy JSP was, getting that FOMO, needing to jump in from the very first minute. What a hilarious moment, right? I saw Crypto Queen unmute there. You have the mic.
Just to speak to Papachulo's point, always good to hear from you, my friend, and everyone else that's introduced themselves and come along and on the speaker panel. But what you said was very true, that what it's doing is bringing that attention to the X platform. And I think that, in the past, a lot of people have been very, very critical about Elon, and people have very strong views about him, right? But, that he's very polarizing, isn't he? It's like some people who are maybe a bit unpopular, people are either going to love him and be like, complete super fans, or they're going to be, yeah. But what it will do for anyone that is using X as a platform, as we are in crypto, is it will give us more eyes on, people will come into X. People will go, hey, I need to get me some of that X action. You know, what's going on over there? And one of the things that I've noticed when I've been hosting spaces is that, you know, I'm going down, looking at PFPs, clicking on people's PFPs, checking people out. And I'm seeing that there are people that are coming into these spaces that are not bull posting about crypto projects every 5 seconds. You know, they're not talking about crypto. And so we know that there are new eyes coming on to X, you know, anyway. And that's all going to filter down to crypto as well. So it's all good. It's a win-win. I'm really glad that they managed to get the technical issues sorted, because eventually we did get what we all wanted and we're waiting for. And as you say, JSP, we're not even beginning to touch the surface on the number of views, because so many people have still yet to, you know, watch the replay. So it'll be interesting to see how many people actually do get to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Elon is a visionary, right? But also he's a businessman. He knows the traction that spaces like that, you know, of that magnitude can bring to the platform. And, you know, the uproar with the issues initially was crazy. If you guys were following the timeline, you literally just had to search Elon and absolutely everybody was ripping into him. I don't know why, because it was, I mean, I was anticipating issues with the space, you know, particularly with a space of that magnitude. And they did sort it out, guys. They did sort it out, and everybody managed to jump in live, which was really, really awesome. But I think Elon knows the level of exposure that it brings this platform when he does bring, you know, people of that influence into a space for a conversation. So I'm just really hoping that that continues moving forward. You know, we get some big names coming into the space, a lot more traction across X, and who knows, a lot more people diving into the CT side of things. Very, very interesting. Papi Chulo, great to have you up here, man, and cannot wait to hear what you guys have going on. We got Cryptomine up here as well. Let's say good morning to them. Cryptomine GM, what's up?
Hey, good morning. Hey, this is my first time on Spaces. Thanks for hosting, Jake. And I think UK Crypto Queen said that there are a lot of new people in crypto Twitter. I've been in crypto since 2017. Started as a miner, mining ETH. But really, I got my Twitter account just like the past 6 months, I guess. I'm from the Meanum Thrones team with Shahab and Tom and Kay. And I guess I could show the project for a couple of seconds since I'm new here.
Yeah, Cryptomine. Firstly, welcome into the space. I'm very glad that you've managed to find your voice up on stage. We are going to listen to Meme Coin Shills a little bit later on in the space, so probably in about 5 to 10 minutes. So just hold tight on Shilling Meme of Thrones, and we will absolutely be throwing the mic to you at some point to let us know what you guys have going on. But I was wondering, did you manage to catch the space yesterday between Elon and Donald Trump, and what were your thoughts on the conversation?
I have to go over it. I couldn't get on, and I tried a few times, and I just gave up. I thought there was something wrong with my Twitter account, and I had to update it. So yeah, I missed it, but I'll check it out. I'm from the US.
No worries at all.
Also,
Cryptomine, you're not DGen enough, man. I was pulling out all sorts of devices. I was trying to double check, triple check, see if it was just me, see if it was everybody else. Did you give up? Did you go to sleep?
I did. Well, so I have so many Bluetooth devices. It's like my laptop, my phone, my watch, and I don't know, my earbuds, and it was just going crazy. So I finally figured out how to shut it all off and just keep my earbuds on.
Hey, no doubt, man. Well, it was recorded, brother, so make sure that you check that out. Very, very interesting conversation. Unfortunately, no mention of crypto, but still a very interesting conversation nonetheless. Great to have you up here, Cryptomine. We will bring the mic back over to you so that you can discuss all things Meme of Thrones. All right, guys, I think we've covered the entire panel right now. We do have a number of requests as well. Again, guys, if we do spin you round after your shill, please do not be offended. If you're down there in the listeners and you do want to come up and talk to us about your project, the most recent developments, some bullish news, or anything that you do just want to share, send your requests in, guys. We'll happily have you up. Wait here from each and every one of you. Right, guys, so let's take a little look at the market today. So taking a look at the wider crypto market, we've got BTC trading sideways actually at just sub 59k, down about 1.5% in the last 24 hours, with Ethereum trading sub 2650, down 1% in the last 24 hours, and the global total crypto market down around 1.4%, with the total market cap of just sub $2.1 trillion. The 24-hour volume is still strong, guys, up nearly 10% in the last 24 hours. When next pump, right? Taking a quick overview at some of the latest news in the markets. Of course, as we've been speaking on, there was huge anticipation for the Trump and Elon conversation that went live on X last night, particularly from us guys, the DeFi space, in the hopes that Bitcoin and crypto would be mentioned. Unfortunately, this was not the case. The space initially was riddled with bugs and errors as people couldn't listen to it. Ultimately, thankfully, this sorted itself out. And I think at the peak of the space, we had close to 1.4 million live listeners. So it's a shame that it wasn't discussed, right? The odds at one point by bettors was at 60% for crypto to be mentioned. So actually an odds-on shot for crypto to be mentioned there. So hopefully, they do further discussions as it's in both parties' interests, right, with the level of exposure that they got. So who knows? It may be mentioned in further conversation moving forward. In other news, guys, Ether beats CD20 as ETH ETFs post positive inflows. So Ether actually pulled ahead of Bitcoin and the CD20 during the Tuesday trading day in Asia as ETH ETFs reversed their outflow trends. Many DEX tokens were also up as some of the largest protocols showed positive trends in fee generation. So ETH is up 4%, beating CoinDesk CD20 as inflow into the Ethereum exchange traded funds, ETFs, right, picks up many of the largest decentralized exchanges and shows a sign of growth. So some bullish news there for Ethereum ETFs, right? And Bitcoin's prospects strengthen as key stablecoin metric slides to lowest levels in 18 months. So the dwindling metric points to declining selling pressure in the Bitcoin market. So dwindling exchange stablecoins ratio points to declining sell pressure in the BTC market, CryptoQuant said. Supply of the top two stablecoins, USDT and USDC, continues to rise. BTC has quickly recovered to nearly 60k after a debacle last week, which saw prices drop below 50k at one point. The recovery may have legs as the exchange stablecoins ratio, which measures the number of BTC held in wallets tied to centralized exchanges relative to stablecoins, suggests reduced selling pressure. So that's some of the news from today, guys. Very bullish. BTC. The BTC metric has slid to its lowest level in months, effectively meaning that there's reduced selling pressure on BTC, and also Ethereum ETFs are also picking up in terms of their inflow. So very, very interesting. The market sentiment is looking a little bit more bullish. We have some of the major cryptocurrencies trading sideways, potentially looking at the next level up. I know that we had I forget, is it Max Fine BTC giving us the level to look at yesterday. I think it was 62.7k as the key level to be keeping our eyes on, and for BTC and the markets to be turning into a bullish uptrend. So of course we have our eyes on that number. BTC is actually relatively close to all-time highs at the moment, trading just close to 60k, with all-time highs just over 70k. So very, very interesting to see how the markets are going to unfold over the coming days and weeks. I do think that we're in for a very, very volatile and fun journey. And this money is all going to trickle down into the meme coin sector, particularly into the strongest metas of this cycle. I believe the Matt Fury meta, the Politify sector, and many of the other blue chip meme coins. And again, guys, what this space is all about is learning about new developments for new projects, and potentially uncovering the next 1000x. I mean, Crypto Queen, how are we feeling about some of this news? It's a very bullish outlook. When I was looking at some of the news headlines this morning, there's a very bullish outlook on the markets at the moment. So, hopefully some positive sentiment from all of us here. But how are we feeling about all of that?
No, I think you're absolutely right, JSP. I mean, I think you did a really good, I always look forward to your analysis of the markets every day, because I think it's just really good to it's always interesting, isn't it, to see how the market responds. And it feels a little bit like a sort of a buy the rumor, sell the news event, because I think, everybody was like, wow, we're going to have this amazing speech from the guys. And it was, don't get me wrong, it was incredible to hear. But then it's interesting that, everyone was kind of thinking, yeah, we're going to pump our bags. And today is a bit more sideways. But we know, because we're here every day in the trenches. We know what's coming, and we're all very bullish. And, it is coming. The volume is going to be coming in. The liquidity will flow in. And sometimes I think it's funny, I was having this conversation this morning with someone, and I was just saying, God, it's like it is such a roller coaster ride, right? This space is such a roller coaster ride, and we see this every single day. If you're in any TG chats or if you're on the timeline, we just see that volatility. And like one day you're like absolutely punching the air, and you're up, and your bags are up, and everyone's full of it, and we're happy. And then the next moment, literally, you are crying into your cup of tea, or into your cappuccino or whatever you're drinking. But it is just that the volatility, and I always think, I absolutely love the volatility because the highs are so high. But we've just got to kind of keep going, guys. Keep showing up. Support those people around you that support you, and we're all going to make it, guys. This is just at this stage, the train has already left the station. It's gathering up some speed as it leaves. We're going to be getting up to full speed very, very soon. So just hang on tight, buckle in, and enjoy the ride, guys.
Yeah, more often than not, these things are priced in, right, already by the market. So to expect big pumps from these news events more often than not doesn't happen immediately. Like, for example, when we're looking at the Ethereum ETF announcement, I believe last week or slightly over a week ago, people were expecting an immediate pump for Ethereum. In fact, this news was already priced in, right? And its expected growth over a longer period of time. So if you remain convicted in DeFi, you are a believer in decentralized finance, in crypto, you will realize that these things will be bullish for the market over time, right? They're not going to happen immediately. And it's similar to the stock market as well. A lot of big news drops are already priced in. People are already anticipating. And there's a lot of very, very smart traders in the space that do take advantage at a very early stage. So to expect immediate pumps on these news events is kind of unrealistic. But if you are a true believer and a convicted trader in this space, you will know that those gains will happen over time. Appreciate your insight there. Vibes, I see you smashing the heart buttons there. Did you want to jump into the convo here?
Yes, I think it was the bettors were looking about 60% chance that they would mention crypto during the conversation yesterday, and it didn't happen. And people have that expectation, so they're going, "Oh yes, this is the moment," and it didn't happen. But it's about just getting your belief in the projects that you support. I'm seeing it so clearly now that price goes up, everybody's this is it, we're on the way. And then when something happens that changes that, they suddenly go, "Oh, is this the right project? Should I stay?" And it's really, for me, comes down to do your own research, really get to know the people behind it, get your investments in place that you believe in, and just stick to your guns, because it does all work out.
Yeah, absolutely. Stick to your guns indeed. Consider the people convicted in crypto in 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and all the years leading up to today. The amount of dips and volatility that they had to go through to finally get to, even this point is absolutely insane. So just understand that we are early, guys. Hold your conviction bags, particularly in the meme coin market as well. And great things are going to happen, guys. When in doubt, zoom out on the chart and you are going to see higher lows. We do have Dougie up here on stage. Always great to have Dougie up here on stage. Dougie, how are we doing? Good morning.
Good morning, man. And you were just reading my mind with what you were saying, right? Zoom out, look at the big picture of the crypto industry, right? I mean, imagine 10 years from now. Look back, the last few years, it's just been consistent growth. So nothing to fear if you have conviction and where the future is going for this space, man. I'm always extremely bullish. So happy to be here. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Already getting into the week. So yeah, I'm excited.
Hell yeah, Dougie. Did you manage to catch the live space? 1.3 million plus live listeners. Were you one of them in yesterday's Elon Trump space?
I did, I like you, checked, got on several devices, finally got in. And, I have to say, I respect the hell out of Donald Trump. And Elon came right out the gate with it, right? Talking about the assassination. The dude almost got assassinated and he's just brushing it off, and the way, he got back up there, and you got to have respect for the guy, man. So he's got my vote for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Very interesting. Very early on, Elon said, Donald, you got up and you said, fight, fight, fight. And immediately I went to a Politify token that's called Fight, right? And I looked at how the chart was affected by him saying that. And they had a very, very minor and quick pump and then a very big sell-off thereafter. So again, just showing guys not to get distracted by shiny new toys when these events come around. Because more often than not, you are going to get wrecked. But a very, very interesting conversation nonetheless. Dougie, great to have you up here, brother. We've got Max Financial up here as well. Always great to hear insight from Max Financial. Brother, good morning. Did you hear the space and how are we feeling about the markets today?
Morning, everybody. Yeah, no, I just woke up and I was like, oh, I'm running behind. I better open up the chart, see what's going on here. And yeah, we're still chopping inside that handle that I was talking about the last few days, really. And the resistance points of the 200 MA on the 4 hour is still the target at 62,763. We're coming down to more near the pinch of that handle. It could be an ABC correction in that handle. That's what it looks like to me. Looks like we got the A, the B, and just possibly about to touch for the C. Doesn't always hit the C. Sometimes you'll get the support off of that level and get an early breakout. So to really see what's happening in that, I mean, jump into some smaller time frames, and the 1 hour time frame is still cradling the price in that cup and handle, in that handle rather, with the 200 MA. So it all still looks very, very good, you guys. I'm extremely bullish. My bags are I'm so heavily invested right now. I'm like UK crypto queen. I'm eating crap dinner and cheese and toast.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely need to brush up on my TA skills and terminology. But Max, whenever you speak, you get me incredibly bullish on the markets. All I need to hear from you is bullish, and I turn very, very bullish. Again, guys, this space is recorded on Jake's timeline, and it has a lot of replay value. So if you do want to go back and listen to some of the insights of some of the chads that we have up on stage, you can always listen back and do your own research. All right, guys, we are 40 minutes into the space. 40, that was very British, wasn't it? 40. We are 40 minutes into the space. So I think now would be a great...
You're right, mate.
You're right there.
40.
You're right there, mate. We have some cheese on toast there, mate.
Cheese on toast, mate.
Yeah, guys. I think now would be an awesome time to get into some meme coin shills. So if you are down there in the listeners, guys, and you do want to come up and represent your community, send your request in. Remember, guys, keep your pitch short and concise, 2 to 3 minutes per project. We are then going to give a little bit of feedback and then, we'll be moving on to the next one. We've got a number of projects that do want to represent themselves. So, of course, we want everybody to get to have a chance, to have the best chance to speak on what they have going on. Again, also, please do not be offended if we do spin you down into the listeners after you've given your shill. Because we do have a full stage, and we do again want everybody to try and get up here and let us know what they have going on. Also, guys, if you are on stage and you are here to pitch, just raise your hand, hit the emoji button, and you'll see on the very right hand side you have the raising hand emoji. That just makes mine and Crypto Queen's life a little bit easier in order to navigate the panel. All right, guys, I see a number of hands going up, so I'm going to start in order that they came up. I see Ninja was very, very quick off the mark, exactly like a ninja should be. Ninja, you have the microphone. Let us know what you have going on.
Oh, I'm just loving being here, JSP. This is great, man. Early morning talk with crypto. I just want to say, thank you for having us up here. And UK Crypto Queen really hit it on the nose when she was speaking a few minutes ago. But I'm bullish every day that I wake up, guys. I'm invested in this project Shinobi Ninja, and I have been for nearly 6 months now. And this project, I've been up here before and kind of said this, but it's not like your typical meme coin project. We're a utility project, and our utility is essentially an AI sniper bot, first of its kind, machine learning technology. And our dev is just working nonstop to perfect this thing. And it's getting to the point now where our version 4 is right on the brink of being released. And now's the time, guys. Jump in the project's Telegram, just vibe with the community, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Like, this community has it all. It's dedicated. It's not like any other community. And I'm happy to say that I go to bed at night invested in this project, I don't blink an eye. Like I just sleep soundly. It's wonderful, guys. And we have our very own validator on Solana with 5 million approximately worth of Solana staked to it. So that just speaks volumes in itself. And I've been up here before. Our dev is backed with unlimited resources, so he's just gonna keep his head down and keep grinding. Guys like myself are gonna get up here and try to let the world know while it's still early. We're below a 2 million market cap right now, coming back from an all-time high of 40 million, and we're just a community of just diamond-handed people that are just gonna keep holding until we get to the billions and beyond. And Shinobi Ninja is gonna be that name you guys remember. I'm telling you right now. There's a lot more that I could talk about just from a project aspect, but just know that the Sniper Bot, you can upload or on-ramp your own Solana right to it through Apple Pay. Makes fucking trading on the bot seamless. We have the Kamikaze feature I talked about before, where you can burn your tokens. Our community is all about burning tokens. We're a deflationary token, meaning the more you have and hold over time, you're going to be sitting in it. It's passive income. Buybacks and burns, rev share, all that. With that project, you guys are going to remember. So, like I said, jump in the Telegram. I dropped some stuff in the comments here. You guys can, watch a few clips and just, join the clan. Thanks.
Hey, Ashok, a great pitch, brother. Thank you for coming up and sharing that. Yeah, very, very interesting. You mentioned a lot of keywords there that I find incredibly bullish. Firstly, I wanted to start with the fact that, I can absolutely hear the conviction in your voice. And that speaks volumes, man. I can really hear that conviction, which is awesome. To hear that you can sleep on your bag as well, this project must have a really good team behind it. As an investor, it's always you always have to think twice about sleeping on your bag, particularly in this space. To hear that you're able to do that is fantastic. And I'm looking at your website now. The fastest scanner, the beta iteration of the bot is the fastest launch scanner on the market. Be the first to hear about any and all deployments on Sol. And an AI meta sniper, the Shinobi Sniper bot, will track new metas using AI and be pre-programmable by users to target snipe specific metas on any given day. Okay, I mean, this to me is incredibly bullish. I absolutely need to take a look at this utility play. Also, I see you have a white paper as well, which I certainly will be reading into. But it sounds very, very promising based on everything you've said there, Ashok, and it's great to have you back up here and talking to us about this project. I'd love to get the thoughts of Crypto Queen.
Yeah, it's great to hear Ashok up here. I love that pitch. I actually am a holder of Ninja. I did hang out a little while ago with your community, and I have to say the vibes are immaculate. The TG is always very, very active. Like, you guys raid like crazy. I kind of get it as well, because I think what happens, and I'm seeing other projects that do this, we know that the markets have been choppy, things have been going sideways. If you are working, if you're a dev and you're working on some tech, we're in it for the tech, right? Then you are not going to deploy everything until you are ready to push. And I think this is where the patience comes in, because Ashok was just saying this project has been around for like 5-6 months, I'm pretty sure you said. But you know what? That's what's gonna see these projects through. You have a project that has been going, it's well established, the dev is intact, the team is intact, the community is fire, and there is tech that's going to be rolled out. So as I say, I hold a bag. Of course, I want to see this go. I kind of feel like at this stage this isn't one of these projects that I'm even worrying about. I mean, to be honest, most of my bags are just kind of packed and ready to go, just waiting for the liquidity to come. But I'm excited for Ninja. I think this is a really great project. And as I say, check it out. Not financial advice. Obviously, always do your own research, the usual caveats. But yeah, good to see you here, my friend.
Absolutely. And, if I could just, again, thank you guys for having me up here. And just like a final thing, anybody that's looking into Ninja, do me a favor, do yourself a favor. Go look at the chart of Bonk and zoom out. And then look at the chart of Ninja and zoom out. And you're going to just feel bullish as fuck about Ninja. So buy a bag today, I'm telling you, because 6 months from now, guys, you're going to be nothing but smiles. Have a good day.
Yeah, bullish on utility plays in the space, particularly this cycle. Very, very interesting. And to hear that Crypto Queen also has a bag as well just makes me that little bit more bullish. Definitely one to check out, and I will be exploring a lot more as to what you guys have to offer. Again, thank you for the pitch, Ashok on behalf of Ninja. Make sure that if you're interested in feeling that way, drop Ashok a follow and jump into the Twitter of Ninja and check out their Telegram as well. All right, guys, we're going to keep the mic moving. We've got a lot of hands in the air. Let's go over to Florky on base next. What's up, Florky?
Hey, beautiful. Yeah, great to be back here. Love these early morning ones. I much prefer these spaces, so appreciate you guys for doing this, even though it's later for you. Yeah, we're on base. We launched July 4th and hit an all-time high of about 500K, and now we've nestled into the kind of 30 to 50K market cap range. But we are a sock puppet. We are one of the very first memes found on the internet dating back to 2012, so even early days of Bitcoin, which was the Florka cows. But our version of this sock puppet, known as Florky, is he comes from an advanced civilization and crash lands on Earth and brings all of his amazing tech with him. So we are a utility project at the end of the day. And we're building the very first fully on-chain, decentralized, censorship-resistant multiverse. And I won't dive in too much on it. It's still in development, and it's doing quite well. We've had 2 avatars navigate a good chunk of the multiverse. But what we're doing right now while we are getting into that development is we're expanding our team. We're putting in the right partnerships. We're stacking it so that when we do launch this utility, we hit the ground running. And on the Florky side of things, the meme itself, we do have competitions that are always going on. We just launched our most recent competition yesterday in Toronto, kind of in line with the Futurist Conference. So if you're in Toronto for the Blockchain Futurist Conference or Canada Crypto Week, we've got a scavenger hunt going on where if you go and find one of the 5 Florky bills scattered across the city, you'll earn $50 in Florky. So that's pinned up on our X account. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, of course, the meme itself has a lot of history and lore behind it, right? And you mentioned the first censorship-resistant multiverse. I remember speaking to you on a previous space. I wanted to ask, do you have a time frame as to when that will be accessible?
Yeah, we are hoping to have it. It could be by the end of December or definitely at Q1 of 2024. No later than that.
Yeah.
We just want to bring on the right partners in different areas so that we can do it justice. So that we're talking to some really good names right now. So it's all looking really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for your transparency on that. I always get very cautious when any project mentions multiverse, right? As I've seen projects attempt it and it not come to fruition. However, I respect greatly that you guys are building something and building something a little bit different. I hope that the project perseveres and creates something that's not been seen before. To also hear that you have marketing initiatives on the ground, a scavenger hunt, a way to bridge in real life to the project is absolutely huge. I think that, that's going to be one of the main initiatives that some of the larger projects use moving forward in terms of marketing themselves. Be interested to know what Crypto Queen thinks about multiverse development, and have you heard much of it in the space, Crypto Queen?
Jasper, you know what? I haven't. I was just going to say that is something that is something I need to go and educate myself on. Right? I think that's maybe that's another little rabbit hole I'm going to go down. I don't know, but I am bullish on Base Chain, and I think we all know that Base Chain is going to be a very big player in this cycle. We know that we have people that are, Coinbase obviously committed to educating and onboarding all of the normies, as we like to call them, and we have big KOLs like Rodney who are driving that education on his YouTube channel. So I do believe that there is going to be a big surge for Base, but yeah, definitely going to have a look at the multiverse. But like you, JSP, I do love the meme, and I think for me that's something that if something makes me laugh. I'm just looking at your page, your X page, which is set up really well. I can see that you are posting. I'm just kind of scrolling down to see there looks like some really good content being posted out. It is funny, which I like. Don't know whether you guys are hosting spaces at all. Is that something? Just having a look. Are you actually hosting spaces, guys, for yourselves, or are you just guesting on other people's?
We yeah, so far we're just being guests. We will start to do our own spaces. We're just making sure that the entire team is ready to go. We've got 3 Coinbase ambassadors on our team, so schedules right now are kind of crazy, but we want to make sure that the very first one has everybody there, and we can make a good splash with it.
No, nice. That's good. I think spaces, even if there aren't a lot of people, I mean, obviously to begin with, you don't even have to be recording those spaces. I just think sometimes it's just encouraging people to have those conversations. But you know, I can see that you're working on things by the looks of it. Yeah, some of these memes are actually really funny. I'm just looking at the one where he is wearing a red pair of very skimpy pants. It's just, I have to say, when memes make me laugh, you know, that's always a good thing. So yeah, it's good to have you up, and I shall look into the multiverse a bit more.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to echo what Crypto Queen said. Sorry, Vibes, take the mic.
I have to say, I love your branding. Your cover photo is spot on, very cleverly done using the base. So I'm curious to learn more about your project. I find it very interesting. JSP, sorry for talking over you.
No, not at all. I was just going to mention and echo Crypto Queen's sentiment on spaces when it comes to projects. Very, very important, in my opinion, to connect community members on a deeper level than just text over Telegram, right? And don't get disheartened, guys. If you're a project at an early stage and you have 5 people in your first space, it's all about perseverance. I've been a part of projects where we have had 5 people in the very first space, and we persevered. We ran those spaces every single day, day in, day out, built a community, and towards the end of it, we had over 200 people in the space every single day. So I'm telling you guys that that's how community grows. Persevere, you know, stick to your plans, and don't get disheartened if you have low numbers of listeners, because I promise you, as the community grows, so will the people in terms of the engagement for spaces. So amazing pitch there, Floki. Always great to have you up here, and looking forward to see what you guys develop in terms of your multiverse plan. We're going to keep the mic moving, guys. So many more projects, so many requests. We're going to try and get through everybody. So let's go to a new project that I don't believe we've heard from yet. Liberty, you have the microphone. Let us know what you have going on.
Thank you so much, and good morning, everyone. I have a lot I can talk about, but I'm going to lead with the fact that Save America DJT on Ethereum has already generated over $325,000 worth of Ethereum automatically in Trump's wallet. Fully decentralized, there's no manual donations, no middlemen, no marketing wallet, no tax farming. And already Save America DJT is responsible for almost 124 ETH in Trump's doxed wallet. 25% of the current ETH holdings came from Save America DJT. This is the same wallet that receives the royalties from all of Trump's NFT collections. So that's how it was verified. You can also look on Arkham to find the entity for Trump. We have the memeability of Trump. Everyone's excited about our NFTs. We have the memeability of the Trump Media Group, DJT, the stock. Similar to GME and AMC tokens, we actually beat out the DJT stock launch on the stock market. And for me, this is my conviction play of the decade. I'm a longtime ETH holder and Trump supporter, and there are also other crypto holders who are also Trump supporters, so I can see where others like me can see the appeal of this coin and want to buy it. And that's why I'm so bullish on this coin. I bought my bags around March 28th, simply because I was watching the blockchain and I saw all these automatic transactions of ETH piling up in Trump's wallet, which led me back to their contract. And once I saw what was going on and what the contract was doing, I just had to buy a bag. I recommend everyone else to check the contract and verify. I think once you see what is going on with this Politify token, this meme with utility, I think you'll become just as convicted as I am on DJT on ETH. We currently have a market cap of around 250,000 this morning. We had an all-time high of 7 million. Since our coin taxes generate real Ethereum automatically in Trump's wallet, he doesn't have to worry about our token price. And he also doesn't have to worry about crashing DJT, unlike other projects that might send him the token instead of real Ethereum. He has all of that Ethereum liquidity available to him when he needs it. He can sell that Ethereum. He can buy back DJT if he wants to like really pump the bags. This is also why we have currently generated more money for Trump, more value for Trump than what our current market cap is. As the volume increases, the buy and sell volume will generate more ETH for Trump. We could see volume approaching other Trump tokens, generating hundreds of thousands ETH per day for Trump, maybe even millions worth of ETH per Trump as more awareness grows. We have a fair launch on March 21st, so you can avoid, the new coins where rugs can often occur. We've had many copycat scam coins come out, such as DJT on Solana. When Martin Shkreli made his rug pool, he saw our project and actually stole our ticker because he knew what we had, but he couldn't steal our utility. This is a small cap token with potential for massive upside if Trump simply acknowledges its existence. And since a lot of you are in the UK, I think it's also important to point out that because of Save America DJT on Ethereum, anyone anywhere in the world can show their support for Trump without leaking any personal information. No spam calls or junk mail if you buy the token, unlike when you donate to a campaign. They get your phone number, they get your address, you get all this junk mail, you get all these calls. You don't want any of that. So if you buy Save America DJT on Ethereum, it's a way to show support for Trump and also potentially benefit from the upside. Since Trump did not make this token, it protects him from legal issues. Unlike other scam coins, which try to falsely claim the Trump family or Trump himself is behind the coin, Save America DJT on Ethereum stands by the slogan that we stand behind Trump. We have a very convicted community. They're very excited and proud about our project. You'll see a lot of our NFTs in the PFPs. So it's just an exciting situation. So I definitely recommend you check us out.
Hey, Liberty, thank you for the pitch. I mean, wow, over 124 ETH in Trump's wallet. That's an insane amount of money that you've managed to raise, for his campaign. I can see how, you can get Trump supporters really engaged and involved. I saw in yesterday's space, the pinned message in yesterday's space between Elon and Donald, the pinned message was actually encouraging people to donate to the campaign. And, as I said earlier in the space, I think the Politify meta is going to be hot this bull cycle, and I think you'd be foolish, of course not financial advice, but in my opinion you'd be foolish not to diversify your portfolio into this sector. Of course there's a lot of competition in the space when it comes to meme coins, with new ones being launched every single day. So I like the differentiation that you guys have, whereby donations are sent directly to Trump's wallet. I actually can see Trump potentially acknowledging your existence because of the ridiculous amount of money you guys have donated already. It sounds very promising. Plus, Donald Trump has reignited his presence on this platform. It just makes that every little bit more likely. Crypto Queen, let us know what you're thinking.
I do just want to say before I respond to that I did need to drop a few people down. So if I have had to drop you down, all love. We just got a lot of people requesting to come up and speak, and we want to give everyone the opportunity to do that. So everyone is obviously welcome to come up. We just need to get as many people in here as we can. Definitely still retweet the room, guys, as well. I just want to mention that because there are a lot of people in here, but everybody needs to be hearing this alpha. Just responding to Liberty, is it Cerulean? Is that how you pronounce it? You know what strikes me, right, when I'm on these spaces and I hear some of you guys coming up and pitching, is just how fucking clever some of these people are that are in this space, right? There are so many bright, super bright people around. And, when people come up and they talk about projects in that way and they have, just able to articulate that so well. And, some of that stuff, like when it comes to tokenomics and when it comes to some of that really, really intelligent stuff, I kind of get a little bit lost in the kind of translation. But, you did such a great job and I absolutely felt your energy. And what I'm looking for when people come up and pitch is I just want to have that invitation to go and do some research, because we always say, do your own research. But sometimes I'm not even that interested in going and finding out more. But some people come up here like you just did. And I'm like, I need to go and find out what the fuck is going on with this project. So I'm absolutely going to be doing that. Retweet the room, everybody, because this is absolute pure alpha being dropped in here.
Yeah, I mean, 124 ETH raised, that's kind of gobsmacking and not really a joke. That's a lot of money considering that ETH is probably going to pump to the 10K plus range as well. Just goes to show how much of a donation that actually is. So love what you guys are doing, and I'm sure that the Trump patriots, the Trump supporters, are also going to be able to, are also going to love what you're doing and support the project fully. I think that you have something very, very promising in front of you, and particularly as we fast approach November and the elections, I think that, Politify is going to be at the forefront of the space. And therefore, you guys have every opportunity of success. So keep working, keep grinding, and check out DJT there, guys, if you feel that way inclined. Okay, we're going to keep the mic moving, guys. We have a number of patient projects waiting to discuss what they have going on. So let's go over to Woki next. Welcome up on stage, Woki. Let us know what you have going on.
Hey guys, thanks again for having me. Really appreciate it. And this is our first Spaces. We literally launched yesterday, so none of this is prepared. I will say I was going to riff off of Max Financial and some of the stuff we heard in the intro. I'm not personally big into technical trading. I'm a bigger, grip it and rip it, find a community and a sort of theme that you like, join it and help the cause. And so I think meme coins fit very well in that. I will add that DJT pitch was really awesome. It's a tough act to follow, and I definitely plan to do some research there and possibly go get involved there. The other thing I was going to riff off of, which is the Elon and Trump discussion yesterday. It happens to be the day that we launched our coin on Trendies, as I mentioned. And I think Woki, right after DJT, Woki is something that I'm planning to get behind, and I think we're here at the right place, being on X and being on the base chain with what I think will be a fairly big flood coming out of the base chain here in the near future. And I think it's the right time. Again, we launched on the day that Trump came back to X and had his big speech with Elon. X is the place where I think, across the board, people from all sides of the political spectrum are coming to get news. And ultimately, I think what we're seeing is this sort of enlightenment for those that were woke and sort of just spoon-fed the way to think about the world and the way to act and, what views to have and this and that. Woki is, again, I think in the right place at the right time to be sort of this movement meme coin where, again, some people can laugh at the fact that maybe they were woke and now they see that it was kind of weird and some of the stuff that was going on. You've obviously got the opposite side of the political spectrum that's always made fun of sort of the woke culture. But again, we talked about Elon and Trump yesterday. Crypto didn't come up at all. And I think part of that is because Elon's been taking this sort of fight against the woke mind virus really, really seriously. It just feels like this is a good place, a good time to be here. I'll speak really quickly on our launch. We launched on Trendies, which again is a brand new launch pad. There's a lot of reasons we decided to do it. Today, our market cap is about 120,000, give or take, and we're 56% of the way towards what they call our graduation when we'll be listed on Uniswap. So that's all in a day. Honestly, our goal is to be graduated and trading on Uniswap by the end of today, and we'll see if this Spaces can help that. But would love to hear y'all's feedback on the idea. Again, it's a woke Wookie, right place, right time, right chain. That's our view. And I'd be happy to answer any questions about us or our process on Trendies.
Yeah, interesting. I've not actually heard of Trendies before, so I'd be interested to hear a little bit more about Trendies. But, in terms of the project itself, Woki, the woke mind, it's such a huge topic of discussion day to day in the world at the moment, particularly on social media. I actually love the message behind the meme itself. And of course, you launched on Base Chain too, where I'm incredibly bullish. Being woke to me is forming your own opinion on the world, right? Doing your own research as opposed to listening and acting upon what you are told by outlets like the mainstream media. I think the world is definitely waking up, as it were. So again, I really love the message behind your project. I like the play on words, Woki, the Wookie. Very, very interesting. I'll definitely be taking a deeper dive into the project. I think you guys definitely have potential. Being woke is like a movement, right? It's like a movement, having that woke mindset, right? And when you have movement type plays, I think they can be incredibly powerful. So very, very interested to look deeper into what you guys have going on. Over to you, Crypto Queen.
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to unmute. Yeah, I'm just looking at the page and I can see I really like the meme, and I'm definitely going to go and do a little bit more research. This is going to sound like a really silly question. Are you for the woke or are you against the woke? I'm a bit confused.
It's a great question and something that we've been actually thinking about internally, externally. This idea came up with actually some in real life friends of mine who have traded some crypto, but they've never really been in the trenches, right? And so I'm personally sort of leading the charge, but I also have quite a big group of crypto and Telegram and X friends and stuff that I've worked in other projects with. And that's kind of our struggle right now. I think as all meme coins go, the narrative will grow and change, and the community will grow and people will add their own spin on things and sort of riff on it. The idea here though is that we're sort of like anti-woke. I think JSP, I think your description of woke is it is a good thing to aim for, all of us sort of being enlightened. I think the joke has become though that woke for so long has really not been woke. Woke for so long has really been, well, we've got these sources of information and they tell us this is how we should think, and so that's how we think. I think woke began as what you're talking about, which is thinking for yourself and maybe going away from the sort of the mainstream to a certain extent. But it almost feels like the opposite has become true. And so now you're sort of woke if all you watch is mainstream media, and you entirely align all the way on one side of the political spectrum or the other. To be frank, this doesn't have to be a necessarily political view here, but the whole meme that we're trying to create is woke is a joke at this point. And places like Twitter and places like X and the crypto space in general, it seems to be a little bit more about think for yourself, do your own research, and so that's sort of what we're trying to support here is that sort of message, and just kind of making fun of the if you're not thinking for yourself, if you're not doing your own research, we're sort of a movement against that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting, right? I think woke has a different perspective for each individual, in terms of what it means. I think you could have some really, really great spaces as a community, some really interesting discussions. So I definitely advise you guys to be hosting as many spaces as possible and to be engaging the community and getting their perspective in terms of what woke means to them. So I think it's super interesting. There's definitely a lot to talk about, and definitely a project that we'll be looking deeper into. Thank you for coming up here and pitching.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, Wokey. All right, guys, we're going to keep it moving. We have a number of hands in the air, some new projects and an old project that we want to hear from. Let's go over to Crypto Wolf next. Crypto Wolf, I have to say, I really like your PFP, brother. Let us know what you have going on.
Oh yeah, man, it makes me so bullish. It's so crazy. Man, you know me. I was here earlier on the show, and I'm really a fan of those contract addresses. I don't know, it gets in my mind. I cannot let go of it. You know what I found? It's like crazy. It's like the OX3F Babe contract address. So it just passes my eyes. And I thought, man, what the fuck is this? Sorry for my words. I thought, what is this? You know Pepe, right? You know the ambassador of Pepe is Da Vinci. It's like crazy. I see this coming in front of my face. I see there is a community behind. I'm checking it out. I'm jumping. I'm totally convinced this is this project with a bunch of people that are like more bullish ever than me. This is actually like a pre-sale project because we are going to update tomorrow the new website, the banners on Dex Screener, on Dex Tools. We are having a lot of things that we are going to change about this project to look exactly the same as Pepe. And what is so important about those projects, because for my heart, I'm a marketing man. I like when all the content, everything just needs to line up perfectly. But now it's not just Baby Pepe, it's Baby Pepe. It's like, it's crazy. You understand? We are not only on the American market, we are also on the Chinese market. So after we done the DEX tools, DEX screeners, the new website, we launched just today a Chinese Telegram, a Chinese Instagram. We have an American Telegram. We have an American Instagram. We have a TikTok. All our content that we are going to put on X, we're going to have Chinese first. When I see these pictures of Baby Pepe with Chinese music, with the first Chinese text and then the American, I don't know, man. Our team is like so bullish as ever. It's so crazy to see now at this moment when you see that other teams are weakening, all those people are now forming or finding some new gem that they want to come in. Why? Because they see that the other team members are just burned. So if you have a blue chip project like I'm definitely, man, it's an O3F babe. Come on, what do you else need to pitch here? It's like the only one project on Ethereum that has the biggest market cap. It's only 70,000 today, but it is the biggest market cap. It has the best community ever. Man, all our team members are hustling. Like, we are making a new website. Somebody else comes with a web shop to create swag where we can buy t-shirts or other swag, and we will put all this money that we earn there into the marketing wallet. We also already donated tokens to support people who are good that I see in the market, that are like really raiding, grinding every day. Man, you should not be in a project just to be slaughtered and to raid the shit out of your energy. You should be rewarded instead. So we try to really create here a community. Of course, things need to happen fast, but we have tomorrow our first whale chat where we speak together and we will draft actually the rules. We are only with 10 whales right now. A whale is for us somebody who holds more than 2% of the project. So it's just starting to form. And I like to form projects like this, man. It's hard work, you know all of that, but you will see Baby Pepe everywhere because, man, this team, this team is like crazy. I can keep on speaking all the things that we are going to do, but if you guys want, come to the Telegram channel because we have tomorrow our first community voice chat. I know it's bearish to have a Telegram voice chat, but we need to work and get to know each other. It's a people business here. We want to create friendship and speak with each other. So that is what we're going to do tomorrow. And if you want to step into a new project where you feel you need to be in a team that is just grinding with you day and night, then just check us out. It's the OX3F Babe. And when Pepe flies to the 50 billion market cap, because it got support, it's undervalued at the moment. But you will just see the Chinese narrative, boom, in your face. And then you will think about the crypto wolf told you today in the space of GSP, man. Let's fucking do it.
Let's go, brother. Let's go. I love that energy, man. That is what I am all about. You know, I love that you guys are catering to the Asian market. As we all know, they are huge investors in the space. And of course, we've seen the heights and success that Big Daddy Pepe has managed to achieve. I think hitting all-time highs of sub 200 million. And I feel like that project is just getting started as well. You know, particularly with Pepe, the OG leading the way in multiple $1 billion of market cap. You guys ultimately are a derivative of Pepe, and this sometimes can be difficult, right? But sometimes the baby does follow in daddy's footsteps. I love to hear that the community's grinding, bro. And that's exactly what it takes, right? Every community member to use their strengths and their networks to help push and further the project in any way that they can. So to hear that you have a very engaged community that is pushing in every direction and using their strengths is incredibly bullish to hear. Your contract address, of course, very, very bullish. And I really, really like the content and the artwork on the Baby Pepe page. Guys, if you haven't checked that out, go and check that out. It's yeah, it's very engaging. I really like it, particularly, you know, I called out your PFP as well. I really like the artwork on that. You really cannot knock the hustle, right? And ultimately the community is everything. I love your positive energy on the project, bro. And if community members in Baby Pepe are like you, my friend, then it's definitely a project that we should be checking out. Crypto Queen.
Yeah, absolutely, JSP. And I mean, that energy, wow. I mean, the thing is, that's it, isn't it? It's so contagious when people are bringing the energy. You said it well there, JSP. I mean, it is a derivative of Pepe. I mean, I do agree with you. I think Pepe is undervalued. There are a lot of derivatives, but if you are here and you're showing up and you are, the content is great on your timeline. I did see the artwork on there, and I do like the look of that. And I think you're right. I think the Chinese meta is not done. It's probably still a lot of volume to come in as well into that. I did want to just question you because you said something about your TG and you said, I know it's bearish. Maybe I misunderstood what you said. Did you say that it was bearish that you were in the VC?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, you wonderful princess. I don't know. It's like having those voice chat. It's good, but they should be held on Spaces. I think this is the place where we all should connect. We also have Pepe First Spaces coming up. So Papi Chulo is one of the invitations, for an example, from the Pepe First that we were speaking with. But I think they should be hosted on Spaces, not every day, the voice chat in your own community. I
Yeah.
mean, most of the times there's just 10 people coming up that are just raiding with you. So
Well, you
it's
know what? You are bringing the energy, my friend, Crypto Wolf. And listen, I'm going to encourage you to just open up a space because you have the energy, right? And I think that, like JSP was saying, even if it's just you in there vibing with some music, maybe one or two friends will join you and just have the conversation because more and more people will come. And I think with your energy and your
I don't know if those
enthusiasm,
people
then
are normal.
they're not normal. I
Because
love
if they are not, if I'm sitting there alone, I would just start to beatbox the shit out of it.
Hey, let's start up a space vibe with you. I love it, but it's great to have you. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you. Check us out. It's O3F Babe.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for the pitch there, Crypto Wolf. What I would say on Telegram VCs, and this is based on my experience, being a very, very big degenerate in and around a number of these different projects, jumping into hundreds and hundreds of TGs, having to delete and leave groups because Telegram is telling me you are already in 500 groups. You cannot add any more, right? So that's the level of degen I'm talking about. But what I have found to be successful, and I would like to share this with all the projects in the space, are targeted raid sessions in the VC. And what do I mean by that? I mean pre-planning and letting your community know that the VC is going to be open for 1 hour for targeted raids, having somebody vocal leading the raids, making it more of a laid back, chilled raid session where you get the music bot in, you have as many community members as want to show up, with the idea of literally just raiding solid for an hour, say, or an hour and a half, whatever it might be. And it's an open mic format where people can unmute themselves, join the conversation, as opposed to a space where it's a bit more regimented, as it were. But it's very, very powerful to organize a raid session in the Telegram VC at a certain time, to have everybody coming in with the sole purpose of getting as much exposure and attention on X as possible. So, I highly recommend doing that. I've seen it work for projects. I've led some myself, and they can be incredibly, incredibly powerful. So I think the Telegram VC as a tool in itself can be very bullish if you use it in the right way. So just a little bit of advice for you guys. I've seen it work for some of the biggest projects in the space, and I promise you that it does. It also keeps, community members engaged on a deeper level, as it were. So very, very interesting discussion on the TGVC. I think it can be
just
bullish.
one more question.
Sure.
One more question. I would just want to ask you, when UK Crypto Queen or Jake, that you should maybe do a space just about this topic. So many people are looking for the right advice or just to share opinions. How you need to build a project from scratch. What list are we going through? How are we going to do it? How can we keep the community thriving? And I think that's where it's all about. I just invite you to do that, man. And I will hopping on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We're always looking to add value add value to investors in the space in any way that we can. So absolutely, that's perhaps something that we can discuss in the back end. And who knows, guys, make sure that you follow Jake, Crypto Queen, and myself for notifications. That may be one of the spaces that we do and focus on moving forward. I think that would be great value to a number of people in the space. But yeah, guys, we're going to keep it moving. Again, Crypto Wolf, thank you for that pitch. We appreciate you very, very much. We got two hands in the air up on stage. Let's go to CryptoMine next. What up, CryptoMine? Welcome to the stage. Let us know what you have going on.
Thanks, Jake, JSP, and Crypto Queen for having me. Just want to say it's great vibes in the space. I love it. So I'm CryptoMine. My first name is Chance. I'm from the US, and I'm on the Meme with Thrones team with Tom, Shahab, and Kay. We're an international team, so from Iran, from Philippines, Hungary, and the US. I think that's really nice. So when we're on these Telegram groups, there's someone sort of manning the group 24/7 because we're in different time zones. You've heard a little bit about Meme with Thrones from Shahab, so I'm just going to give you a little introduction to myself because I think most of you have heard from the rest of the team. So in real life, I'm a research scientist, a physicist, and I just love technology. And I have fun programming Telegram bots to get price quotes, make memes, all that kind of stuff. This is my first crypto project I've been involved with, but I've been in the crypto space since 2017, started as an ETH miner. And what my contribution to the team is, I help with all the technical programming support. So the Meme with Thrones project is 2 weeks old. It's a shiny new toy, as JSP said, but I want to rest you assured that the team is here, we're dedicated, and we really believe in this project. We launched about 2 weeks ago on Solana through Pump.fun, and it was a very successful launch in 24 hours. We're under 2 days. We got on Raydium, so we're very happy about that. And this meme project focuses on content in the form of animated series. So the idea is to take Game of Thrones, to take the memes in crypto space, and to merge the two and have a Meme of Thrones. Humor is immune to bull and bear markets. Funny is funny, right? I think Crypto Queen said a few minutes ago, just talking about funny memes and saying how that's an attraction. You see a meme, you look at the content, you laugh and say, oh, that's interesting. I may want to invest in this. So we're going to be pushing out contents in the form of episodes. We're just getting started, but the episodes will get longer and longer and more detail, I guess. The unique thing about our project is we have this burn to vote mechanism. And what that allows the users to do, the holders of the token, is to burn the token. And there'll be two scenarios for outcomes of an episode, and the users will either put tokens in one wallet for one outcome or another wallet for the other outcome, and at the end of a week we'll burn, and that determines the next episode. So how are we trying to get traction? Kay mostly heads the raids. We've been top trending daily. We just released episode 1 yesterday, so if you haven't, please go to our Twitter X page and watch it. We had a watch party yesterday. That was really fun. We have a growing animation team. I am trying to make a PFP maker that'll have some of the Meme of Thrones PFP and let the users customize it all through Telegram, so not using the web at all. And I'm almost finished with an AI meme maker. I've done this for another project, but this is pretty cool where a user will just go through the web, take a picture from like Game of Thrones, put it in Telegram, and the bot will replace the head with something like Pepe or Brett or something like that. So that's my short introduction. Thanks for having me, and I'm definitely going to be a regular in these spaces.
Hey, appreciate that, man. And Chance, great to meet you. I was saying to Shahab yesterday that I love your website and the hustle from your community. You guys are showing up day in and day out on this space, particularly to represent your project and community, and that is so incredibly powerful. I also love the fact that you guys are doxed on your website. I mentioned that yesterday. As an investor, although it means no guarantee, it helps me sleep a little bit better at night. I also saw the release of your first short form video animation, and I love it. Of course, Meme of Thrones, a play on Game of Thrones, one of the best TV shows of all time, in my opinion. I love your content and the animated series aspect of it. It's the way I think the space is pivoting to, right? And you've seen the likes of Ponke and Brett and the success that they've had with their short form content. So definitely keep heading in that direction, guys. I feel like you're on a very good path. And just based on your perseverance as a community and the direction you guys are taking, I actually aped myself a bag. So shout out to Shahab as well for being here and representing. I'm all for you guys, and keep pushing in the way that you are. You're doing a lot of things right. The added utilities are also sounding very, very dope. AI meme generators, for example. It sounds like you guys are really building and heading in the right direction. So absolutely a supporter of Meme of Thrones. Let's see what Crypto Queen thinks.
Yeah, I love it. Good to have you with us, my friends. I think it's the first time we're speaking, but yeah, really good to have you here. Shahab obviously shows up every day. And when we see teams working really hard, that's always super bullish. I do love Game of Thrones. I mean, it's one of my favorite TVs. And as JSP said, one of the best of all time. So, so good. But what I like actually looking through your content, I mean, I love the animations. I think that is the standard now, right? I know that not all projects are in a position where they can do that from the gate, out of the gate. But I think when you can add in those animations, it sounds like you're building utility, and it sounds like what you're doing is you're giving your community the tools to be able to go and get that content out there, because when you're creating that fresh content for your community, then that is giving them that support and help so that they can go out and they can kind of represent you. I do love the animations. I'm just having a look at it all now, and also the fact that it is like Pepe, it's kind of a real mix of some really, really strong narratives. So yeah, I'm going to do some more looking into this. I'm looking at the recent one that you posted. I think that was maybe yesterday sometime. Where you've memed Andrew Tate as well. So I think when projects can create this content and it is topical, it's current, and it's sort of speaking to sort of the narrative that's going on across the world, then I think that's really useful as well. So yeah, I'm going to check it out a little bit more. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, awesome pitch, Crypto Miner, and great to have you here. I hope to hear more from you moving forward in future. So keep the mic moving. I think we have time for one or two more pitches. So let's go to Papi Chulo. Thank you for waiting so patiently, Papi. Let us know what you got going on, brother.
Thank you, guys. No, it's a pleasure hearing to all these amazing projects, grinding. And I think that is super important. We see, that's what we focus on in the community. We are growing, we are jumping every day on spaces, we are holding VCs, we are grinding all day long, hours until 4 o'clock in the morning. Like we don't stop, and the community doesn't stop, So you see all these green hearts here in the voice in the AMA. I see you all with the PFPs. It's just amazing, the community supporting. I'm jumping on the space, and they're all joining, and it's amazing. So yeah, man, we are just for a quick start for the people that don't know about Papi Chulo. It's the first time hearing about him. Papi Chulo is on Solana, right? So Papi Chulo is the older, wealthier brother of the famous Pepe meme. Papi Chulo has been traveling, but ever since he was young, he knew he wanted to get rich and escape the matrix. That's why he started investing in crypto until he hit big. So yeah, Papi Chulo can't go without a cigar. He's always with a cigar. He's well dressed to every occasion. And now his priority is to travel even more, but bring the community with him and live a luxury life. So our ticker is Soul. Our ticker is Chulo. We are a moonshot project. We have literally hit Radium 2 days ago. We've done it all organically. We haven't done any promotion so far. So we have just been grinding, creating that community, creating that foundation. And so now we are 2 weeks old, exactly today. And we are, since 2 days ago, we hit Radium. Again, it started very quick because a few days ago that I was here with you guys chilling, we were still at 25K market cap. Out of nowhere, it went to 50 to 60 to 70. We hit Radium, and then of course, organically, we went even to 250K. But again, you have always people that just try to get quick profits, jump in and jump out. But meanwhile, the community is grinding. We are now at around 45K market cap, and we just keep grinding. We don't stop, And yeah, it's bullish. We have just also listed on Dex Tools. We've listed on Gem Radar. We're doing also the CoinGecko now. And yes, we have some very bullish things coming up. And yeah, it's just excited. It's just super exciting to just continue the grind and see the whole community standing with you. And even when you have some red days, you always know that there are some people that go away, and then when you're in green, they all jump back in, and that's how it goes. But yeah, we've created that foundation, and we're standing there strong, and we're just going to grow. So yeah, by holding these spaces, we have community members holding 24, 28-hour spaces. We are there all day. We're also planning to do like like a multiverse space with different memes, to let everybody come in, and we have to be a community all together. That's what we believe in, what we stand for, and yeah, we are done with bad actors, scammers. We don't allow those people. So yeah, we're just continues to grind with a good community and good vibes. And yeah, we have a radio going on. We have a song. If you want, guys, I can show you. I can show you a small part from one of the songs. We have multiple songs that the community members even found on the internet where we didn't know about, called Chulo or Papi Chulo. So yeah.
Hey, Papi Chulo, man. You know I'm a huge supporter of you guys. I love the lore. I love the story of Papi Chulo, the older brother of Pepe, right? Another derivative of Pepe, which is very saturated in this space. But I really particularly like this one, not only because you guys show up day in and day out, which is bullish in itself, right? But your ticker, your name, Papi Chulo, the feel good artwork that you guys are bringing out regularly, it's just positive all around. A lot of the time, I don't base my investments on the market cap. In fact, I never base my investments on the market cap, but rather on a number of other metrics, right? I know that the market cap follows when you have a great narrative, a great community, and a great team. And I'm certainly here to support you guys in the way that you guys show up day in and day out and support us. So keep going, guys. Keep growing. Papi Chulo community, I see you down there as well in the listeners with your PFPs. Huge shout out to all of you representing the community. Over to you, Crypto Queen.
Yeah, Papi Chulo, I love you guys. I love your community vibes. I love the fact that you guys show up. I was actually hosting a sponsored space the other night, and these guys just showed up in force, throwing up the green hearts. People weren't coming up to speak necessarily. They were just sitting down in the listener and throwing up green heart after green heart. And I think someone was asking about some marketing help. How do you take your project and get it out there? A really good tip for you guys, if you are listening and you're part of a community and you have, dedicated PFPs that you can all, change your PFP to your project. Even if you have it on an alt account, you don't even have to do anything, right? You get sort of 10, 15 of you guys, you just show up in really big spaces, where there's lots of people. You just show up and you just start spamming your emojis, and people will notice you and they'll be like, who are these crazy people spamming like mad? I need to go and check out this project. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to click on your PFP and then they're going to go and find you. So you can use it as like a little sales funnel. So just a bit of a tip there for you guys. Like take a leaf out of Papi Chulo fam's book. And I'm not an investor, but you know what, guys, maybe I will think about investing at some point. But yeah, I love you guys.
Thank you so much, Crypto Queen. And yeah, man, it's just crazy how the community is such OGs from the start. Like they don't stop grinding. You've seen they've directly grinded the comment section here. They've retweeted it. They don't stop. So it's so bullish to have this behind us. And again, we've just getting started. We've done the foundation of the project. We're starting full with marketing. We have some very bullish things coming up with big companies for some. I don't want to say too much, but it's gonna be have to do with animation. It's gonna be epic, and yeah, we don't stop. Again, we don't stop. We jump on a lot of spaces every day. The last 2 days, we didn't jump on any big spaces, so you haven't seen us around this space because before we were almost here every day, and we jumped just in the VC on the Telegrams, chill with the community, explain everybody because there's so many people in your community that are just there watching and want to understand more about your project. So that's why it's very important to open that VC, chat with them, vibe with them, listen to music, get to know each other, talk with them. We've been there for hours. With the night on Radium, we didn't sleep, and so many community members didn't even sleep. They're just there with us, vibing to music. It was epic, and yeah, the road is just getting started. So yeah, it's very exciting. It's very exciting and very exciting plans for the future. So thank you guys for holding.
Yeah, love that. Love that perseverance there from you, Papi, and the community, the way you guys are vibing. It's exactly what you want to hear. You want to keep engaged constantly, and it sounds like that's exactly what you guys are doing. Love you guys, Papi Chulo. All right, I think that's about it for the space today, guys. We've been running for an hour and 40 minutes. I have pinned a tweet to the top of the Jumbotron there. I wonder if UK Crypto Queen has any final thoughts for the room and wants to just mention something about that tweet that I've pinned at the top there. It is the space that is the next one scheduled for today with Soka.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're not following Soka Data, then are you even interested in making money in crypto? Is all I'm going to say to you. Jake is hosting the space, and Soka will be co-hosting, and Soka's going to be talking about all of the news and views from last night's space. I will be joining him. Crypto the Kid will be tuning in as well. And we just talk about, similar to this, we talk about the markets, but Soka has a really, really interesting data-driven approach. So it is looking at data. It is looking at, what's going on across the market. So yeah, 12 noon today, guys, come and join us. We look forward to dissecting. Is that a word even? I don't know. I'm making it up at this point. At 12 noon today. So yeah, we'll see you there.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Engaged with all the spaces that are coming out from Jake's account there. If you're not already following Jake again, then what are you doing, guys? Make sure that you follow the host there, myself, JSP in the co-host spot, and the lovely UK Crypto Queen. It's been another awesome space, guys. Thank you to everybody who participated, whether you're up on stage or down there in the listeners. We appreciate you very, very much. Remember, guys, keep persevering, keep conviction in your bags, keep growing, keep building your community, regardless of the market cap. Community strength precedes price, guys. We are going to take a deeper look in the back end as to different types of topical spaces that we can do with regards to advice that we can give different projects and lovely things like that. So make sure that you stay tuned, keep following and keep engaging, guys. I hope to see you all in tomorrow's space. Again, thank you to everybody who participated. I've been your host, JSP, and I'm looking forward to the next one, guys.